Welcome to my YouTube channel Sushant Reddy. Every week I discuss life lessons in sales, human psychology, and wealth creation from an entrepreneur's perspective. In this episode, I discuss one of my favorite topics, wealth creation. I'll begin by talking what wealth really is, why we need wealth, and how to get it. In this episode, I draw heavily from the ideas and concepts discussed by Naval Ravikant and Ray Dalio in their respective books. Naval, a founder of AngelList, in his now famous tweet storm, has given us a very simple definition for wealth. Wealth is having assets that generate income even when you sleep. Let's look at a few examples to discuss this. Let's take a stock. Stock is a share of ownership in a company that has its own management, its own assets, its own market. Can holding a stock make money while I'm sleeping? 100% yes. How about a consultant? A consultant is selling specific hours to a company. Surely she will not be able to charge for hours spent sleeping. So consultant's income cannot be termed wealth. Most people confuse wealth with money. Wealth is not the same as money. Money is a medium to transfer wealth and time between people. So you have a factory that makes shoes. You ship those shoes in exchange of money from the buyer. Similarly, you offer your time as a consultant to help someone, and in exchange for your time, you receive money from that beneficiary. So money is a flow that connects wealth, time, and people, which takes us to our next point. Why create wealth in the first place? Say we have someone kicking a ball towards a goal that is down the road. Imagine that ball is you. The goal down the road is your happiness. For a long time in this example, I thought wealth is the force that kicks the ball towards the goal. Is that really the case? Let's say we add one more complication to this scenario. Imagine there is a deep fissure along the road that is infested with crocodiles. A ball moving towards a goal is likely to fall into that fissure and cannot be retrieved that easily. A fissure here is equivalent to the obstacles we face while moving towards our happiness. Let's say a good Samaritan builds a bridge over this fissure. Now the ball can roll along and reach to its goal without any hassle. In this example, wealth is the bridge that helps the ball navigate past the obstacles and not the force that pushes the ball towards the goal. So wealth in itself does not bring happiness, but acts as a tool to remove obstacles in our path towards happiness. It took me almost a decade to understand this concept intuitively. When you look at wealth as just a tool and not a source of happiness, you tend to shed ego and stop playing status games in life. So how does wealth remove these obstacles? Let's say we have a hypothetical factory called the factory of life. This factory has machines that churn out all the best things in life: success, wealth, health, and great relationships. The most important raw material that goes in as an input to this factory is something we call time. Time needs to be effectively processed by our machines to produce these good things in life. Our factory needs maintenance to ensure that these machines are efficiently processing time. Wealth is that maintenance. Wealth ensures that you effectively control and use the most vital input in your life, that is time. That to me is the real purpose of wealth, and that's why it's absolutely necessary to become wealthy in life. Which takes us to our last section. How to get wealthy. Naval again has given a powerful equation for wealth creation. Wealth is a combination of specific knowledge, leverage, accountability, and patience. To remember this easily, I call it the SLAB formula for wealth creation. So the next time you want to get wealthy, slap yourself into it, pun intended. Let's try and understand each of these terms. As a society, we have wants and needs. Oftentimes, there might not be a clear path of getting to them. Society needs someone to understand these needs, think about them, conduct iterative experiments, and come up with a better path to reach the goal. Outcome of this whole exercise is a unique body of knowledge, which we call as specific knowledge. Specific knowledge is something society wants and values but does not know how to get. It is not just a skill but a combination of skill, attitude, and a personal state of mind. We'll talk more about this in episode 2. Let's look at the next ingredient of wealth creation, leverage. We've all come across leverage in our high school physics textbooks. You sit on one end of the seesaw, on the other end is a dead weight that is way heavier than you. What happens? You end up in the air and the weight ends up on the ground. Now you shift to another setup where the seesaw's length is increased many-fold. What happens? Suddenly you're able to lift the weight off the ground. What changed? You just used leverage. In the context of our discussion, leverage is the ability to use external resources to amplify your own effort. So with no leverage, your reach will be limited and hence the opportunity captured will also be small. With a higher leverage, you will be able to capture a much bigger opportunity. Basically, leverage allows you to punch way above your weight class. We'll do a deep dive into leverage in episode 4. That gets us to the next term, accountability. For an entrepreneur, accountability is the ability to accept failure in public under one's own name. Risking failure under your own name creates incentives and ownership that is essential for wealth creation. This is perfectly explained by Ray Dalio in his book Principles, where he defines the concept called circle of success. We start with goals and then there are setbacks that pull us back. We have failures along the way. We iterate our way around these setbacks and then we improve our solution and achieve our goals, and then we set the next set of goals. And then the cycle begins again. To create wealth, we will have to loop several such circles. The engine that drives this journey is accountability. Without accountability, we will never be able to complete these circles. Episode 7 does a deep dive into accountability. That takes us to the final ingredient of wealth creation. Webster Dictionary offers a very broad definition for patience. But for an entrepreneur, patience is simply the ability to believe in magic called compound interest. If you take all the good things in life, great relationships, reputation in your field of work, health, and plot them on the y-axis, and you plot time on the x-axis, you will see that patience compounds all these good things over time to create a fantastic upward sloping curve. That is why patience is key for creating wealth. We'll do a deep dive into patience in episode 8. To summarize, I discussed the following concepts in this episode. Wealth is having assets with an ability to earn even while you sleep. Money is not the same as wealth. Aim to build wealth, not money. Wealth doesn't lead to happiness but removes obstacles in its path. Thinking of wealth as a tool and not a status symbol helps build a positive perspective in life. Wealth gives you control on the most precious commodity in life, that is your time. Slap yourself into wealth creation by combining specific knowledge with leverage, accountability, and patience. Thanks for watching. For weekly videos, you can subscribe to my channel or sign up to my newsletter on sushantreddy.com.